Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another Milo Murphy's Law review. We, again, 2 episodes, rooting for the enemy and the undergrounders. So, rooting for the enemy starts off, they're at the gym, right? And it's a pep rally because tonight their football team is facing off against another football team. But, as the coach tells them, they have no chance of winning because the enemy team's players have been held back for like 6 years. I already like the setup. It's already starting off as a good one, right? Oh, they've lost. The coach is so pessimistic, right? Oh, they have no chance to win, and they really don't. And then we learn Zach's on the football team, and that Milo's not allowed to go to the games anymore. Because of course he's not, right? He's so unlucky. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. But they're told because they're going to lose so bad, might as well let him go. Yeah, I'm totally down for I like the setup. I also do want to say I'm going to be trying to avoid spoiling a lot of the jokes from now on, just because I spoiled a lot of them in the last episode. And yeah, I want to try doing that. But sometimes it's going to be unavoidable because, like, this episode just throws a constant amount of jokes at you, and a lot of them hit. So, yeah, just keep that in mind from now on. But yeah, they get ready to go to the game. Milo's the 12th and a half player. Great. Because, yeah, Melissa, they always used to, like, go bowling or play cards, right? But, yeah. And as they leave, Dioge's got the, the foam finger, and he rings the doorbell, and we get to see Milo's mom. Okay. Probably a character we'll learn more about later. And they get to the football game, and the principal's like, I thought you weren't allowed to be here. And they're like, yeah, he let us come, because we're going to lose anyways. And they're like, I need to talk to that coach about pep talks. Gosh. It's a great setup, really. Just the football game. And so they're up in the bleachers, right? And everybody sees Milo, and they just book it to the other side. And we see Bradley, right? He's kind of the anti-Milo ringleader, I guess you'd say. But he also has a thing for Melissa. And he's like, come over here, right? And Melissa's like, yeah, I'm good. So, of course, the game starts. Everything's going wrong, right? Just everything. They're losing 42-6. Yeah, no. I don't understand the first thing about football, so yeah, just keep that in mind. But then they realize that because Milo's rooting for their team and they're losing. If Milo roots for the other team will lose because they get 6 points. And yeah, that's a great setup, rooting for the enemy. So we get our song, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it's rooting for the enemy. They get him all dressed up in gear. He goes out, he cheers with the cheerleaders, right? Pumps up with all the fans, and the Tigers just get destroyed. They go from that giant win to just, oh gosh, it is bad. But then we get this giant chain reaction that ends up having a drill go through the field, just destroying everything. But it gives them the victory because Zach throws the ball and it tilts the goal. And they win it 43-42. Okay. Yeah, and the coach is like, stop listening to whatever I say. I was wrong, so do the opposite. And Milo breaks his thumb because, the goalpost falls on him with a bunch of debris. And they have their own wing in the hospital. Of course they do. Great. And they're like, because they're all, instead of cheering the team, they're cheering Milo, right? Because he was the real MVP. And yeah, it's a really great episode. Like, the first half of it is just joke after joke after joke. Really on point. I like it. And then you got the second episode, The Undergrounders. So they're taking a class trip to the Museum of Natural History? Yeah. And they're going on the subway. And of course, something's got to go wrong. So their subway car detaches from the rest. And I like Mort. He's just like, well, that's kind of anticlimactic. So it goes flying off. It gets stuck down in the bottom of nowheres. And Zach is claustro-avoidant? He's basically claustrophobic. And all these weird, like, monsters, because they were talking about mole people. So now it's like, oh, we're coming across mole people. I wouldn't put it past the show. But no, it's these people, they call themselves the Undergrounders. Their leader is Dave, and they live in subterraneous. We got Zach, who's like, I think he calls himself the Wise Healer? Yeah, okay, because they've all been stuck down here for like a month, and they've established their own democratic society. And they have this whole setup of buildings. They've been eating rats, and it's like, oh, they smell worse, or they taste worse than they smell. Yeah, on point. And Dog shows up, and you know what? Well, I'm still kind of a little pessimistic about Dog. I like how they're using him for like a variety of different things, you know? But yeah, he's like, oh, Dog always knows the way home, so let's just follow him home. And while on their way back, they get trapped in a rock tomb, and there's Melissa and Milo are just stuck there, and his backpack just gets shattered. And then we cut back to the museum to see Bradley complaining like, oh yeah, let's enjoy the museum while we can, because once Milo gets back, he's just gonna take up everyone's time talking about his adventures, and Mort's taking all the rose quartz, because it's interesting. Because he's like the spiritual guy, right? The healing properties, in the football episode he was talking about, I think chakras? Like his fourth chakra was out of line or something. It's interesting to see the jock-esque person be the spiritual one. Because usually they have like a hippie character for that. Or a more like free-flowing. But no, it's the jock. Again, I'm totally down for it. But, so we cut back, and Zach has to push the rocks out of the way to let Milo and Melissa escape, and he does it. He kind of conquers his claustro-avoidant fears. Kind of. I hope it comes back, honestly. There's a lot you can do with that. And then, right as they get out, the thing just like, demolishes, right? The pillar was basically the only thing holding it up. And they keep going on, and they find just an abandoned subway car, and it's like, oh, we don't know where this is going. Milo's like, yeah, just trust me. And it was at this point I realized something. I've seen Milo's character before. The person with extremely bad luck who are hopelessly optimistic. I've seen this before. I just don't know where. But there are two differences that I do know. One, it wasn't the main character. And two, they were extremely unlucky, but they didn't know they were unlucky. They were blissfully ignorant. They took their bad luck as good luck. Like, something bad happens and they're like, oh, I guess I'm lucky because I survived that. So it's a change, right? I'm down for that because Milo's he's trying to stop himself and everybody around him from getting hurt. So yeah, I'm down for that because it changes it up enough. And then the subway car ends up crashing through the museum. And what exactly Bradley said was going to happen. They all want to know about Milo's adventures. And Zach goes back to the underground, or subterraneous, because because he can't survive in the overlands anymore. Yeah, it's a good episode. I don't know if I don't like it as much as the other, but it's still good. And yeah, again, it's off to a good start. This is only these are the third and fourth episode, so I can't wait to see where it goes from here. But I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.